Thank you very much. And thank you to Thistle Brass, who've been bringing us into the hall all week and always leave before I get a chance to thank them. So on your behalf, can I thank them and welcome you to the university. I'm delighted to declare open this ceremony for the conferment of degrees and other academic distinctions. Please sit down. So, it's always great to see the hall full of people. It's an absolute honour to be here. My name is Jack McConnell. I'm the University Chancellor, and I'm delighted to be presiding over these graduations today in our final ceremony of this week, but I think maybe our largest ceremony of this week, and thankfully outside with a little bit of luck for the rest of the afternoon, with a little bit of sunshine too. Welcome to everybody who has come along, and also Eid Mubarak to those who've been celebrating more than just graduation this week. Principal, graduates, families, friends, welcome to the university, and welcome also to our platform party, members of the university court, staff of the university, academic and executive staff of the university, guests of the university, and our new student union office bearers too. A special welcome to our distinguished honorary graduate, Khadija Cole, MBE. Khadija is the founder of charity One Community Scotland, which works to help new Scots overcome cultural barriers, tackle discrimination, and enhance personal, social and economic development. In 2020, Khadija was awarded an MBE in the Queen's Birthday Honours for services to diversity and equality. Today she'll be made a Doctor of the University in recognition of her outstanding contribution to equality, diversity, inclusion and social justice. And we'll be hearing much more about that later in the ceremony. The music that accompanied us as we came in is Let Us Rejoice. And as Chancellor, I am absolutely determined to make sure that these ceremonies are as joyous as possible. I have in mind those American graduation ceremonies where everybody's whooping and hollering. So please do make some noise. Let the graduates today know how much joy you are taking in their celebration of their success. I hope that with so many people in the hall today, this turns out to be the noisiest ceremony yet. Enjoy every moment of it. Partly because it's been a tough few years, and we know that for all of the students graduating today, this has not been an easy time to be a student, either during the pandemic or more recently with all of the other challenges that have been faced by the university. So I want to start by saying, first of all, that my admiration for you and everything you've achieved is through the roof. I think it's fabulous that you've made it here today and you've done so successfully. But I know that you'll have done that also with the support of family and friends. They will have been at various times over the past few years absolutely essential for you as you work your way through those challenges. So I want to start off by thanking them, asking you to thank them too. So thank you to all the family and friends either watching or here in the hall for all that they've contributed to your success. Thank you very much. I graduated from Stirling University back in the winter of 1982-83, a very long time ago, but when we think what was happening then, it maybe doesn't seem so far away. There was trouble in the Kremlin, the international tensions were rising, constant worry about violence and war. We had rising inflation, we had high interest rates, people worried about their homes, graduates were worried about employment. Those who were not graduates were suffering very high levels of unemployment, and education was constantly being threatened financially. So they were tough times, but there are some similarities, obviously, with today. But also many things have changed, and the first thing I want to say this afternoon is that as I look back to that time, and those things that are perhaps the same, those things that have changed, I could never have imagined sitting in my graduation ceremony. Even at that time, I don't think that there could have been a Scottish Parliament, never mind that I would have the honour to be First Minister in that Parliament. I was a mathematics graduate from Scotland's smallest university, and yes, I did teach for a few years, but my life took many twists and turns. So while today we might have the next generation of biologists and psychologists and data specialists here with us and others, your careers may well follow that path, but it may follow other paths too. And I hope that what you've learned here in Stirling, both academically and as an individual, and as a collective perhaps as well, will stand you in good stead to be ready to be flexible if the opportunities arise, and adapt and change if you want to do that through your chosen careers. In 1983, we were also trying to save this university because it had had a huge 21% budget cut. There was even a suggestion at one point it be turned into a holiday park because of the beauty of the campus. But the uni survived and has thrived over the years. One of the big challenges back then as a new university was building up a high-quality research base. Now, today, Stirling University has 87% of its research either outstanding or making a very considerable impact on society as graded nationally. And that's a phenomenal achievement for still a relatively young university, but a real testament to the quality of the people that this university attracts and the quality of the work that is going on here. The university is rated 5 stars. As Jerry said last night, it's not 5 out of 10. 5 stars is the top grading for teaching, for employability, for research, for internationalisation, for facilities, and for inclusiveness. In all of those categories, this university is among the very top in the UK. We're in the top 30 in the UK for student satisfaction. We're first in the UK and in the top third in the world for campus environment, and you'll experience some of that today if you're here for the first time. We're first in the UK and we're in the top 5 in the world for sports facilities, and get a chance to see some of them today, these fabulous world-class sports facilities that we have here. And those facilities are inspiring top-class performances. We've just had 2 Stirling students, George Cannon and Lorna McClymont, win the university's men and women's golf championships. Look out for those names in the future. You may see them in some of the big TV golf competitions. We had 20 Stirling students representing different countries at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham last year, highest ever number, and they brought back 16 medals from their efforts, including Duncan Scott, who became the most medalled Scottish athlete ever at a Commonwealth Games. Duncan the swimmer, who's currently on his way, I think, to the World Championships in Japan. And our university football team, who we're very proud of this year, reached the last 32 of the Scottish Cup, the 4th round of the Scottish Cup, the first university team in over 50 years to have that achievement. So on the sports fields, individually and in teams, we're making remarkable progress. And in research, this university is doing some really, really interesting things, making a big contribution to society. Professor Paul Thomas and our Dean, Professor Arthur Jump, have, through research, found that growing edible mushrooms alongside trees can produces a valuable food source for millions of people, but also captures carbon as well. Researcher Rebecca Metcalf uncovered evidence that microplastics can help dangerous bacteria thrive on Scottish beaches. And looking to the future, Professor in Ecosystem Ecology Philip Wookey is to investigate whether global warming is leading to increased carbon emissions from ecosystems in the Arctic, having secured over £1 million in funding for that study. So we have staff and researchers making a real difference, not just to Scotland, but making a real difference to the rest of the world as well. And I know that the graduates today will be very grateful for the contribution that staff have made in these difficult times to your academic progress and achievements. So I'd like to ask you and your family and friends to thank the staff of the university for all that they have contributed to where you've got to today. Now, our university slogan is "Be the Difference," and those individuals I've just mentioned, whether on the sporting field or in research, are definitely being the difference. And we celebrate today the natural sciences. And we live in a world where not only do we have authoritarian leaders misleading populations in far too many places, not only do we have short-term populism replacing the desire to find proper long-term solutions, but we also see science and evidence being denied in too many public places too. So as the next generation of graduates in the natural sciences, I think you have not just a responsibility, but a fantastic opportunity to challenge that world and to help us all be better and help build a better society. So I want to celebrate the natural sciences as you come to graduate today. We need you as experts in your fields, and whatever role you choose to follow in life, to be out there and ensuring that science is taken seriously and is not denied in a way that we've seen far too often over recent years. But we also need you as individuals, because your education and the education of others is so critically important. In the past 12 months since last summer's graduation ceremonies, I have met women, brave, courageous women teachers from Afghanistan who are secretly teaching girls, trying to keep their education going in the difficult circumstances that exist today in that country. Last week I spent time with education ministers and other public officials from Ukraine who are trying to plan the rebuilding of their country following the invasion last year. And last autumn I spent time in rural Malawi with some girls who have scholarships from my foundation. They see a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's education that is that light at the end of the tunnel. When I was a student, we used to talk about education being a right, not a privilege. In my view, it's both. It's a human right, but it's also a privilege, and we have to use it well. We have to be grateful for it, and we have to ensure that others have that opportunity too. So as you glow with pride, I hope, this afternoon graduating from this fantastic university, please also remember that we go out there to promote education for all and make sure that others have the same opportunities too. I'd hesitate to give you some advice. You're all 40 years younger than me, and you're far more aware of your world than I am. But I just want to say one or two things in closing. First of all, you will make mistakes as you leave university along the way, at work or in other aspects of your life. But learn from those mistakes. Don't be put off by them. You learn more from your mistakes than anything else in life. And I hope that you will take that attitude whenever your life takes that particular course. You will also have successes, and you should celebrate those successes and enjoy them, but also accept them with some humility as well, because you never know what else is going to be around the corner. And every now and again, you might have an opportunity or an ambition to do something, and I have one real piece of advice to you, is grasp those opportunities. I could never have imagined the things that I've done in my life from when I sat in that graduation ceremony back in early 1983. But I've never regretted having a go at any of those opportunities. And I hope that you will take the same approach. Never stop learning. And please, please, always look for solutions and not scapegoats. There's far too many scapegoats in our world. What we need are people looking for solutions and looking out to help others. One of my favourite authors, Maya Angelou from the United States, the late Maya Angelou, said, always try to be the rainbow in somebody else's cloud. I think that's a good slogan for life. Always look out for somebody else and make sure that they are okay. Provide a little bit of light for them. But for today, this is about you and celebrating and being here and everything you've achieved. I hope you're happy to be here. I hope you enjoy the afternoon. I hope the weather holds and you get a chance to hang out by the loch afterwards and enjoy the graduation party. And for now, congratulations. Well done. Enjoy your afternoon. Thank you very much. And it gives me great pleasure to call upon Professor Malcolm MacLeod to present Khadija Call.
Chancellor, Principal, members of the University of Stirling, graduates, Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure today to present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University of Stirling, Khadija Call. This is... The applause is well deserved. This is in recognition of her outstanding contribution to equality, diversity, inclusion, and social justice. A campaigner and activist, Khadija Call has been a leading force in the fight for equality for the last 25 years. She has dedicated her life to representing and empowering refugees, asylum seekers, and vulnerable women and families from all walks of life. The work she does involves tackling some of the most sensitive and impactful subjects imaginable, from the long-term effects of childhood trauma to gender-based violence. Khadija supports people through some of the most challenging points in their lives, meeting their struggles with compassion, selflessness, and an undeniable determination to enact positive change. Khadijah's story began more than 6,000 miles away from our campus here in Stirling, in Isiolo, Kenya, where she grew up in a mud hut in the East African nation with 9 siblings. By the time she was just 21 years old, Khadija had found her calling, working with UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency in Kenya, first as a translator and later setting up women's groups to highlight the dangers of refugee camps and best practices to stay safe whilst in those tumultuous conditions. Luckily for us, she fell in love with a Scotsman, David, who is here today, and her family, and has now lived in Scotland for more than 2 decades. And it's from her home in Glasgow that she dedicates her time to helping and advocating on behalf of others. Since moving here, Khadija has made an incredible mark on Scotland and its people. Thanks to her work, tirelessly campaigning against gender-based violence and female genital mutilation, known as FGM, or female circumcision, Scotland brought in legislation to make this illegal in 2005. Indeed, this was during the time when our Chancellor, Lord Jack McConnell, was indeed First Minister of Scotland. The impact of this law on the protection of women and girls cannot be understated. Khadija refused to see this abhorrent abuse of human rights go unpunished, and she successfully raised awareness of the issue on a national scale, changing the way we think and deal with it. Khadija then went on to found the pioneering charity One Community Scotland. Formed as part of Police Scotland's Violence Reduction Unit, the initiative helps families and young people settle into life in Scotland and has supported hundreds of families to date. New Scots are met with mentorship, information and guidance to help them overcome cultural barriers, tackle discrimination, and enhance their personal, social, and economic development. When it comes to the scheme, Khadija has thought of everything. Accommodation, issues about poverty, gender-based violence, mental health, and cultural transitions are all part of the package of support offered to people making Scotland their home. Her workload grew considerably during lockdown when Khadija secured funding and support for the communities she serves, delivering emergency food parcels, supporting victims of domestic violence, and promoting ways to improve mental health. As a result, One Community Scotland deservedly won Police Scotland Chief Constable's Bravery and Excellence Award earlier this year. Khadija's work doesn't stop there. She's also a regular speaker on radio, and in 2019 was selected as one of 100 contemporary peace workers to perform as part of an epic centenary Remembrance Sunday event at the Royal Exchange Theatre in Manchester entitled 24 Hours of Peace. She has also used TV appearances to champion increased visibility for people from ethnic minority backgrounds, appearing in such programmes as BBC Scotland's soap River City, as a Congolese asylum seeker. Khadijah's activism has seen her rightfully recognized nationwide. In 2020, she received an MBE in recognition of her gender rights, campaigning and tireless work supporting New Scots. She's been named Diversity Champion of the Year at the Scottish Diversity Awards and shortlisted for Scots Woman of the Year and for a Scottish Public Service Award. Khadijah's critically important work has not gone unnoticed, and we too wish to ensure that this remarkable woman's ongoing efforts are honoured and held up as an example of the good that can be done in the world. What's abundantly clear to me, and I'm sure it's clear to you as well, is that Khadijah's unwavering commitment to ensuring everyone has a chance to fulfill their true potential, free from barriers, prejudice, and discrimination. The same sentiments are at the core of our values here at the University of Stirling, and it's our privilege to be able to recognise the work Khadijah continues to do for others. In the name and by the authority of Academic Council, in recognition of her outstanding contribution to equality, diversity, inclusion, and social justice, I present to you, for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Khadijah Call.
Okay. I confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of the University. Congratulations. We're honoured today to have Khadijah's family here with us, Yasmin and Vincent. Yasmin's a bit jealous because Khadijah's become a doctor before her. But we're very delighted to have them here too. Khadijah's signing the roll of the honorary graduates. There are 429 names now in that roll, going way back to 1967. So as the other students who passed exams to get their degree, Khadijah, they're on the way up here at the side. But please join me in congratulating Dr. Khadijah Call. Thank you very much. Now, we shall proceed with the conferment of degrees and other academic distinctions. And I would like to call upon Professor Alistair Jump of the Faculty of Natural Sciences to present the candidates for awards. And I confer upon these candidates the awards for which they are now presented.
Chancellor, in the name and by the authority of the Academic Council, I present to you, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Valeria Macchia. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Business Studies and Psychology, Una Deirdre Cowie. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, English Studies and Psychology, Rachel Condy. Hazel Dayton Oxland. Xenia Joanna Turcanu. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Film and Media and Psychology, Konrad Andrzej Leszniak. Karina Stekova. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Human Resource Management and Psychology, and the recipient of the Research-Based Learning Prize, awarded for the Best Human Resource Management Dissertation, Federica Caccioffi. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Human Resource Management and Psychology, Annie Jane Brough. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Marketing and Psychology, Callum Dawson. Annette Karsai. Rachel Elizabeth Spence. Olivia Vad Schneiderman. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Philosophy and Psychology, Adam Mayers. Marion Raudenberg. Sarah Sorrentino. Julia Teufel. Ludwig Zisch. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Politics and Psychology, Megan Ramage. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Psychology and the recipient of the Ivana Markova Prize, awarded for outstanding wider achievement, Karin Barkidjan. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Psychology, August Bukatam Winwood. Hannah Carberry. Amy Courtney Copeland. Zoe Megan Crosher. Rachel Crow. Orla Cuthbert. Sean Differ. Kaylee Elliott. Jordan David Lee Gilchrist. Caitlin Payton Hamilton. Zoe Ann Hampton. Blaze Hay. Iliana Lavidiotti. Oliver Joseph Mackinson. Despoina Mazonaki. Abby McCall. Jade Mary Margaret Core MacDonald. Tuesday Rose McDonough. Rebecca Elizabeth McGrath. Rosie McGrath. Neve McShane. Eden Malley. Maria Mexi. Kaya Lorita Morrison McLeod. Fragotsa Niaksu. Alithia Paul Fuste. Jack Rennick. Rebecca Robertson. Bethany Russell. Maisie Taylor. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Psychology and Sociology, Bethany Jessica Bishop. Rebecca Brough. Charlotte Helen Elizabeth Dowie. Mari Kelly. Claire Laufer. Sophie Mason. Victoria Roberta Ryans. Hannah Tomulik. Nicola Whitelaw. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Psychology and Sports Studies, Maxime Pierre Allen. Hamish Gornell. Josh Daniel Hendry. Luke Harley Mahoney. Rachel Janet Maxwell. Abby Morrissey. Laura Mary Shaw. Daniel Sinclair. Neve Ann Thompson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Animal Biology, Brandon Giovanni Bissono. Eve Elaine Black. Laura Blythe. James Brierley. Lauren Brown. Naomi Danielle Barbara Kaporos. William Ewan Chalmers. Matt Davis. Margaret Finnan. Holly Gilmore. Duncan Grant. Fionn Keyes. Ginebra Laval Lithcano. Helena Harris Lowe. Samuel Martin. Taya Lee Mildren. Alice Pomilio. Fraser Scott. Joshua Walker. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Applied Biological Sciences, Cameron Andrew Allison. Cameron Duncan. Connor James Flaherty. Elias Hornalder. Jay Haywood. Jasper Martin Houtman. Stephanie McAllister. Kirsty McGaughran. Rhiannon McGaw. Lauren Miller. Bailey Richardson. Elena Celciato. Catherine Stevenson. Harry Alexander Tyler. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Applied Mathematics, Kerry Emma Annett. Chloe Alexandra Hitchin. Cameron Shaw. Ewan Wheat. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Aquaculture, Leila Kasim Haba Al-Fasi. Clyde Bienfait. Whitney Lionel Dick. Henry Gutenke. Jia Hao Lee. Gulkate Nur Noon. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Biology and the recipient of the Research-Based Learning Prize awarded for the Best Biology Dissertation, Kira Pagden. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Biology, Zoe Asimaki. Rachel Heather Bolton. Emily Morgan Cosgrove. Alice Henderson. Eliana Hyman. Lai Koopmans. Iolanthi Ladbrook. Seth Laycock. Simon Lynch. Jasmine Martin. Ellen Owens. Lucy Stewart Stevenson. Lauren Tirraway. Ailey Annis Wallace. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Biology and Psychology, and the recipient of the Phyllis Lee Prize, awarded to the Best Combined Honours Psychology student, Sophie Catherine Matheson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Biology and Psychology, Alexa Ellen Houston-Hobbs. Jeremiasz Kaluzinski. Samantha Ann Allison McBride. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Business Computing, Stephanie Leanne Gelder. Francesca Mirandola. Martin Petrov. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Cell Biology, Petra Uhas. Michael Lassie Wilhelm Lindholm. Elizabeth Mitromelti. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Computing Science, Kerr Bailey. Patrick Cosgrove. Alex Corbs. Ewan Dunn. Nikolaos Philippopoulos. Andre Haller. Joshua Hartley. Adam Saraj Hassan. Stefan Horvath. Lovro Yaksic. Laura Lipa. Hugh McNally. Cameron Johnston McKim. Dylan McLeay. Thomas Gogonachhazi. Sean Adrian Quinn. Wong Weng Yor. Ashra Zimunya. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Computing Science and Mathematics, Giancarlo Antonino Pasquale Ignacio Catalano. Jiadong Chen. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Computing Science and Philosophy, Kieran Richard Giles. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Conservation Biology and Management, Georgia Abigail Hunter. Alexandra Jackson. Gemma Susan Elizabeth Kennedy. Callum James Sidney Lang. Charles Timothy Marchant. Archie MacDonald. Ross Mills. Daisy Ruby Ann Sexton. Andrew James Thompson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Ecology, William Richard Crook. Ian Guiton. Kamila Svorad. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Geography, and the recipient of the Research-Based Learning Prize, awarded for the Best Environmental Science Dissertation, Molly Davis. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Geography, and the recipient of the Royal Scottish Geographical Society's University Medal, Hannah MacDonald. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Geography, Josie Grayson Beattie. Emily Megan Elwood. Megan Gildy. Kenneth Harvey. Rebecca Marnie Helgren. Zainab Kenny. Iona Jessica Morrison McCormick. Ewan McDermott. Liam McDermott. Emma Moira Saramoya. Jasmine Pollock. Matthew Ray. Heather Wilson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Geography and Education, Heather Graham. James Thomas Logan Kerr. Mia Kaylin Smith. Benjamin David Sterrett. Alison Bryce. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Geography and Outdoor Education, and the recipients of the Contribution to Sustainability Award, awarded for the final year contribution to sustainability within biological and environmental sciences, Alison Bryce. And Lewis Maximilian Forsyth. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Geography and Outdoor Education, Angus Malcolm Brady. Rory Cook. Blair Grant. Cara Rose James. Jack Alexander Livesey. Jennifer Mary Lorimer. James Masson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Science, and the recipient of the Research-Based Learning Prize, awarded for the Best Environmental Science Dissertation, Callum Ross MacLeod Park. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Science, Jenny Aitkenhead. Aoife Davey. Pericles Alexis Demosthenes. Andrew Hall. Amy Sheridan. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Science and Outdoor Education, and the recipient of the Research-Based Learning Prize, awarded for the Best Environmental Science Dissertation, Rachel Ann Egan. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Science and Outdoor Education, Helen Clody Bond. Matthew Clark. Julie Cunningham. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Environmental Science and Politics, Laura Bagachute. Kate Gallagher. Imogen Sylvester. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Marine Biology, Katie Mora Berry. Eleanor Grace Dowling Clark. Raven Izzard. Kyle Long. Isla McKinnon. Christopher Melvin. Emily Parry. Johanna Peshtala. Aaron William Pollock. Sonia Marie Rao. Emma Sanderson. Frieda Schlegel. Adam Sullivan. Hannah Wilson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Mathematics, Marina Catala Garcia. Samuel Richard Comey. Zeno Dalla Bernardina. Andrew Dunbar. Gemma Gruneberg Mackenzie. Rachel Lees. Owen Miller. Dylan Nightingale. Kate O'Donovan. Joel O'Hare. Jenna Spear. Charles George Whittaker. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Mathematics and Psychology, and the recipient of the Phyllis Lee Prize, awarded to the best combined honours psychology student, Melina Muller. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Mathematics and Psychology, Natalia Matusiak. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology and the recipients of the McCall-Whitaker Prize, awarded for outstanding demonstration of psychologically literate citizenship, Jennifer Jane Barton. Rachel Emily Findley. Sian Claire Humphrey. Summer Matin. Joseph Petra. Ailey Stultz. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology, Sophia Amadori. Eloise Berry. Louise Heather Black. Amy Heather Bowman. Alistair Douglas Brown. Hannah Ann Brown. Rachel Burns. Chiara Bussini. Lucia Caballero Arucas. Maya Carolan. Anna Cesar. Cara Maria Conway. Bailey Crossy. Madeline McDowell. Melissa Druicke. Catriona Dunnett. Kamran Farouk. Anna Pilar Maria Frua. Susanna Lima. Halle Galbraith. Katrina Glenn. Erin Grant. Elliot James Haley. Josh Craig Hamilton. Sophie Marjorie Hamilton. Sophia Ella Haywood. Robbie Henderson. Sophie Henderson. Alana Hepburn. Liam David Johnston. Cora Faith Jones. Rusa Emilia Kokkonen. Jasmina Kolanis. Joel Koyenga. Andrew Stephen Lawler. Danai Lariu. Faye Livingston. Jennifer Love. Nicole Irene Lowther. Alice MacDonald McLennan. Molly MacLeod. Valeria Marazza. Adam Thomas Martin. Agata Mazankova. Anne-Marie McClung. Jennifer McConnell. Megan Donna McGee. Cara Louise McGlone. Louise McKean. Gregor Monk. Caitlin Morris. Katrina Murtazina. Natalia Emma Midliarova. Chloe Lydia Nash. Carla Jose Nava. Anna O'Grady. Erin Nichol. Suvi Eleonora Paldanius. Megan Parton. Rika Perthiavi. Paulina Porubska. Lee Sophie Price. Molly Proctor. Emily Beatrice Purcell. Talea Richter. Erin Mary Ronald. Sophie Susan Rupp. Odyssev Sampris. Maya Schippel. Danny Scott. Jennifer Ava Louise Shaw. Raven Vayler Shaw. Katie Alice Shearer. Michelle Solomon. Andrew Soppert. Lerke Dam Sorensen. Julia Isabella Katarina Spetz. Diane Tennant. Navjot Verdi. Emma Vondi. Arif Aroivik. Megan Rose Tomini Wipers. Annika Williams. Yasmin Williamson. Paula Wimmer. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Software Development with Cybersecurity, Joshua James Gould. Robert Muir. Sean Nicholson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Software Engineering, James Cockfield. Dion Cadrillo. Jakob Konopka. Manus John McColgan. Nikolai Milkov-Petrovsky. Pawanpreet Singh. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Computing Science, Grant McGregor. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Data Science, Erin Quinn. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Psychology, Teresa Avery. Stefania McTavish. Emma Rosen. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Software Development with Cybersecurity, Oren Justin Michael McCarthy. For the Certificate of Higher Education, Scott Patterson. For the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Psychology, Celestine Umwisa.
Wow, that was quite a ceremony. Alistair Jump, well done, Alistair Jump. And a wee mention for Matthew, who stands at the top of the ramp and does all the checking of the names on the way up and never gets a mention in the ceremony. Well done, Matthew. He's had some challenges this week and he's lived up to all of them. Well done. There are always some, well, actually, before I do that, you've done very well with all the cheering. It's fabulous. But one more big cheer for everybody. Congratulations. That's the way to do it. Now, there are always some people who can't make it. So whether they have perhaps gone home and they live too far away to come back, or they maybe started a job and couldn't get the day off, or perhaps have been ill and couldn't make it along today, many of them will be watching on the university website. So I confer upon those candidates listed in the official record who have satisfied the academic requirements and who are not present the awards for which they are qualified. Congratulations to them too. And I now call upon Dr. Khadija Call to reply on behalf of those who have received awards. Khadija, take your time.
Oh. Thank you, Chancellor. Families, friends, and distinguished guests, I'm very grateful to be standing here today. I promise I won't cry. The recognition of the work of my colleagues and myself in the field of diversity, equality, and social inclusion by Stirling University means so much. Thank you. To you, class of 2023, I would simply like to encourage every one of you to always push for diversity and equality, whether in your workplace or in your community. Always be kind and forgiving and speak for those who can speak for themselves. All of my life, I have believed in the power of the community. I have seen the effect it can have when society comes together as one. I urge you, you take what you have learned these years and engage in your own community whenever you settle. Remember, one world, one community. Congratulations, class of 2023. You did it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Call. Thank you. Words that I think everybody will take away with them today. Now, these robes that I wear today were worn by our first Chancellor, Lord Robbins. And those of you, perhaps my age or even older generations, might remember that Lord Robbins was the guy who wrote the report that led to the massive expansion of university and higher education in the UK in the 1960s and the 1970s. And as a new university, we were very lucky to have him as our first Chancellor back in 1967. And the robes that I wear today are exactly the same robes as he wore. Although there's one, I don't often tell this story, but there's one small change in them, and that is Chancellor Diana Rigg, the actress who was Chancellor in the 1990s, insisted on a small pocket being put inside the robes for her cigarette packet. And that's the only change that's been made to these robes over the years. So I really feel honoured to have these and be in this position. But Lord Robbins, in his speech when he became Chancellor, set the university 3 challenges. One of them was to be very much rooted in its local community here in Stirling and the surrounding area. And this university's always had that at its heart. You can see these marvellous sports facilities. They're used by the community as well as by staff and students. They're not exclusive, and the whole campus operates in that open way too. And just recently, the university has set up a joint partnership between the university, the local college, and the local health service, where researchers, teaching staff, and the local health practitioners are working together to try and deliver better health solutions for all. It's a unique partnership and one we're very proud of. University's also been known over the years for innovation. I noticed, I think, maybe 1 or 2 graduates in aquaculture here this afternoon. The Institute of Aquaculture was far ahead of its time as a new institute, and there have been many innovations in this university that have made it stand out from the crowd over the years, and one of the reasons it's grown so much. And the third challenge that he set was to be international. And remarkably, we have 18,500 students today around the world, mostly here in Stirling, but a few in other campuses as well. But here on the campus, 141 different nationalities represented, which is an incredible figure, really. You think of a new, still emerging university here in the heart of Scotland. And the person who leads that organisation, those 18,500 students, all those nationalities and all the staff, is our principal, Professor Sir Jerry McCormick, and I'd like to invite him to address the Assembly now. Jerry.
Thanks very much, Jack, and good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations once again. Graduation is the highlight of our calendar, and today's ceremony is an important ritual and the culmination of a university experience. It's very important for us to celebrate publicly your well-deserved achievements with your classmates, the teaching staff and professional support staff, and of course, your family and friends who are with us today. You've all had a pretty rough time of it. You've lived through and tried to study through COVID, lockdowns, disruptions, but actually your resilience means you're here today, and I can speak for every member of staff at the university. We're very proud of what you've achieved. In graduating, you join a multicultural global network of more than 100,000 Stirling alumni from 180 countries. I'd encourage you to please stay in touch with us and with each other wherever your career or your journeys take you in the future. And if you haven't already, please engage with the Alumni Association. You'll find a great deal of help and support through that. Graduation is a bridging moment. It's a time to pause and look back on your achievements and also to look forward to the road ahead. You may have noticed on the lecterns that we're standing at, and you'll certainly see on your certificates, our coat of arms, which is reserved for special ceremonial events such as graduation. It features 3 open books, signifying that the pursuit of knowledge is central to all we do. With its references to a tower and battlements and a river at full flood, the coat of arms also speaks of our historic city of Stirling. But there's another element within the coat of arms that's a powerful symbol of who we are and what we're about. A solid bridge with 7 arches spans the water. Of course, Stirling Bridge is a nod to our past, but it also says something about our purpose as a place of learning. Bridges connect places. They enable us to overcome obstacles on our path to reach our destination. They're good vantage points, and bridges, of course, bring people together. Perhaps today especially, but as you go through life, there'll be times when you think back to being a Stirling student. You'll have your own memories and personal feelings about what the university means to you. Regardless of your vantage point, you can take confidence from the knowledge and skills you gained while studying here. Draw strength from the resilience you developed, and I hope think fondly of the friendships you made and the people that you came to love in this place. On behalf of the entire university community, I wish you all continued success in the future. Please do keep in touch. We'll always be waiting for you with open arms on this side of the bridge. Once again, many congratulations and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Jerry, and thank you for everything you do to lead this university through these times. And after 13 years in the role, I just know the impact that you've had in this university. It's absolutely terrific. Now, before we finish, I want to just thank a few people. I mentioned Thistle Brass earlier and the musical accompaniment to our arrival, but we'll also have a piper who will lead us out. I'd like to thank him in advance for his sterling efforts this week. I also, in particular, want to thank all of the university staff and volunteers who helped make this ceremony such a success. It is a phenomenal effort in advance to get organised, to get the grades out, to get the certificates printed, to make sure all the admin is done on the day, the people behind the scenes organising the gowns and the photographs and the graduation party and this phenomenal hall, which looks fantastic on these occasions. So many people involved, staff and volunteers, doing so many different things. The event doesn't happen without them. So on your behalf, I'd like to thank them warmly at the end of this graduation week for everything that they have done. Thank you very much. And most of all, thank you to you for coming, and thank you to all of the graduates. We've got through 2.5 days, nearly 2,000 people. Nobody's fallen on the stage, which is the good news. And I hope you're all looking forward to a great afternoon, a great evening. Many of you will be staying on for tomorrow night's graduation ball too. Have a fabulous week. All the very best for the future. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. I now declare this ceremony closed. Thank you.